Hey everyone, MrWartburg here for the 32nd episode of the MrWartburg Show. Topic of this week is Ghostbusters. Came out last week. I didn't go to it over the weekend because I had a little bit of a busy, kind of up-in-the-air weekend. Saturday, I had to drive 3 hours to go get a gift for my parents' 30th anniversary, which we gave to them on Sunday, which is why this video is going up late, because we did their 30th anniversary celebration over the weekend. Sunday specifically, watched first Ghostbusters and then the 2009 Star Trek with my dad, because we're going to Star Trek tomorrow night, because I'm recording this Wednesday, and hopefully we'll be getting it up Wednesday night too, if everything goes well. And so that weekend it was a little busy, and I went to see Ghostbusters last night with my sister for $5 movie night. So that's why this video is going up a couple days late, which I do apologize for. I really do want to stick to that Sunday upload schedule, but sometimes life gets in the way, and you got to make the best of it. So, speaking of the movie, let's get right down to it. Like I said, $5 movie night, plus $1.50 for the nice theater with the reclining seats and everything, so $6.50 for the movie ticket. And, for $6.50, is worth it. And, I'm just going to get that right up way, so you don't got to worry about spoilers if you haven't seen it yet. I would say it's a decent movie. It's just a basic summer comedy, blockbuster action, all kind of work together into one, and it doesn't really stand out, doesn't do anything super well, and it's just functional. It's just okay. And to me, that's kind of a sin, because you're taking on Ghostbusters. And yes, Ghostbusters 2 is a sequel with the originals, cast and directors and all that other kind of stuff, and it sucked too. So maybe they should never have made a sequel to it. But if you're going to make a reboot of Ghostbusters, which is, a cinema classic, do it right. And I don't think they got it right. I don't think it has deserved a lot of the hate it got before the movie came out. It's also really not as good as, like an 8 out of 10 or wherever it is on Rotten Tomatoes right now, which is not, I know how that all works. It's a percentage of people that say it's fresh and whatever. I would say, for me, probably if I had to give it a number, which I don't really like doing numbers, but this movie seems to merit it. I don't know. It was just decent, maybe like 6, 7 if you were on a 10 scale. No better, no worse than that. I actually laughed at several of the jokes. They landed. Great use of cameos, but man, there's just something about the Ghostbusters, the first one, that just, you bought into the world, like from the jump, like that building tension for that opening, that kind of just like that horror opening, that was awesome. It hooked you, and it was very real, even though, as a kid I knew that this was filmed, 15, 20 years before I was even born, so like it shouldn't have, worked as well as it did, but it was shot so well that it still works. And this movie's opening harkened back to that and didn't nail it at all. Like, it felt like, I don't know, it just felt like everything was way too saturated in this movie. Like, there was just too much in-your-face color and weird shit. Like, one in particular, and this is spoiler territory, the villain at the end, who's kind of just a stupid character. Honestly, it didn't feel like a movie villain at all. It felt like a shitty villain on Supernatural, more or less. And he electrocutes himself, and it looks like an effect you would see in the Son of the Mask, like shoddy shit that doesn't work in a Ghostbusters movie. Like, again, the first one, it was shot in a more grounded way, and it felt like the shit going around them was real. And this one does not capture that in the slightest. The leads are great. They're awesome. I laughed at quite a bit of the jokes that they did. Their acting was on point. The movie just didn't really capture my imagination. Didn't capture my imagination. Didn't pull me into the world. In fact, it pulled me out of what I wanted to enjoy in several instances in the movie, where I'm just like, why did you show it like that? And it was just kind of weird. And I guess I can say at least it's not a shitty, reboot. We've had shitty reboots, and this isn't that. It's not Independence Day 2, which is just, why'd you even try if that's what you're going to do? Like, that was one that was like, the potential was there, and you could see it in that movie, and then it was just pounded into fucking oblivion in that movie. This one, it's still okay. Like, it stands on its own. It's going to be functional. It's probably going to do fine, because the theater was freaking sold out on a Tuesday night. For the showing before the one I went to. So it's probably going to do okay. And I hope for the sequel, which they do mention, spoilers, there's an after credits scene where they set up the next movie, and I'm like, okay, if you get a good director, I would want to see this. And I was talking with my sister on the way home about how Ghostbusters, this one, the old one, and a modern movie that's kind of similar in the suspension of disbelief, they made it work, whereas Ghostbusters didn't. And that would be Ant-Man. which was, originally helmed by Edgar Wright, and like he was very involved in the project, and then he didn't, stay a part of the project due to some conflicts with Marvel. But that movie, the end product, shouldn't have worked. Like, the suspension of disbelief in that movie, it's crazy high. Like, there's some weird shit going on. It still pulls you in, and they still make you like feel what's going on, like the train scene where you feel like this dude's gonna get run over. Then they cut to the wide shot, and then it's funny, and it's not in your face like making a dick joke like this movie did a few times. Like, speaking of Ghostbusters, and I hope that they can find that kind of balance in the sequel if they do make one. So I don't know. I would be more excited for the next one because they have the 4 leads, they have the property. Now they could get a director that can actually make Ghostbusters work, and not as a comedy, but as like a, as a sci-fi horror paranormal investigation movie plus a comedy, not comedy first and then all the other stuff, which I think that's more Paul Feig's game. Man, I look like I'm sweating like, yeah, I'm sweating pretty bad. It's really, really fucking hot today in Iowa. So yeah, it's like heat index like 120, something like that. And I turn my air off so the mic doesn't get bombarded. Oh, it's hot. But anyway, those are my thoughts on Ghostbusters, and I'll also have a review, maybe even tomorrow night. I might film that with my dad after we get back from Star Trek, and I'll let you guys know what I think of that. So if you guys saw the movie, let me know what you thought below. I don't know, I'm rambling and I've messed up my words a few times, but I kind of want to get this video out and say screw it. So let me know what you thought below, and as always, drop a like. Subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all the latest videos. Hit me up on Twitter at MrWartburg to shoot me topics for things to discuss on the show. And I'll see you next week. Or more like 5 days. Or 4 days, technically now at this point. So, see ya.